Anxiety symptom flare-ups. Why do we become more symptomatic when there's nothing going on? Why do these symptoms continue to follow us on a daily basis when we don't expect them to be there? Today we're going to dive deep, my friends. Welcome to the Anxiety Guy YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and do that now. And hit the bell for all the notifications for all of my videos. And let's continue on our path towards anxiety healing with another important video. As mentioned, we are talking about anxiety symptom flare-ups, my friends. When we talk about flare-ups, we have to describe what we're talking about first, okay? Flare-ups in my world are when you become more bodily symptomatic out of the blue, right? So it could be within the first 10 minutes of the day where your legs become really, really tight, your dizziness gets worse to the point of vertigo, or your heart palpitations start, or you could be in a naturistic environment and you could be walking around going, I love it here, but at the same time you're going, why are these symptoms getting stronger? So this is what we mean by flare-ups, right? Spontaneous anxiety symptoms that tend to travel from one body part to the next and start to strengthen in strength in the most unexpected times. Now, we have to start with this, okay? If the messages from these anxiety symptom flare-ups are not reflected and acted upon, you will continue to suffer. Now, what I mean by that is when you get the flare-up, it's not about going, oh, there's the flare-up again. I'll never get to where I want to get to. Why this? Why that? What's the quickest way to eliminate these symptoms? It's not about that, because it's important for you to understand that if something isn't working for you, you have to take the gas pedal off and start getting into another car and hitting the gas pedal there. What I mean by that is the mindset that you've brought to this very moment where you continue to experience anxiety symptoms and these flare-ups is not working. So when you get a flare-up, it's not about reacting to it, it's about reflecting on it, right? And acting upon the reflection, right? And I'm going to go deep into this. We've got a few very important points that are going to take care of these anxiety symptom flare-ups. But first and foremost, you have to reflect on them, right? And reflecting means something like this. Oh, yeah. It looks something like that, right? It doesn't look like like this, right? We don't go into panic because of an anxiety symptom flare up. We reflect on the cookie crumbs that led to the flare up, right? Things that go unnoticed, because so much of anxiety are these habits that go unnoticed, mental habits that led to it, behavioral habits, things we're looking forward to 5 days later that tend to create this sensitivity in the nervous system that creates these anxiety symptom flare-ups, okay? The next point is, and this is something you really have to understand, is that your hypersensitive nervous system amplifies everything that your senses pick up. So this is an important understanding behind the anxiety symptom flare-ups. When you see something, you're not really seeing the truth of that thing. When you hear something, when you feel something, when you taste something, when you smell something, don't believe in your initial feelings towards something, because you are living by the cloud of anxiety. It is a fog that you cannot see the truth behind what you can see, hear, feel, taste, and smell. You can only see, hear, feel, taste, and smell something based on how much anxiety allows you to see. And the truth is, you have a hypersensitive nervous system right now. So as you're going about your day, Do not believe in the initial feelings that you get about something, because most of the time they are going to look like threats. You're going to be threatened by what you can hear. Oh, it's so loud out there, when in fact it's just a bird that's singing in the trees, right? Oh God, the car that I'm seeing is so much closer than where I think it is. Now, this is anxiety and your hypersensitive nervous system playing tricks on you. So you can get to a point where you start to question some of these things and go, that's not really what it is, right? That's not really what I hear, see, what I can taste, what I can smell. And that's when the truth starts to show up. When you start to question what anxiety is telling you, when you start to question your hypersensitive nervous system, and when you start to become more gentle and compassionate towards yourself in those very moments when you want to react to something, right? So very important point. Did it speak to you? Comment below. The next point in regards to anxiety symptom flare-ups is how symptomatic you are determined whether or not you've gone beyond the limits your mind and body can handle. So if you're becoming very symptomatic, you must understand that you are pushing your mind and body too far, okay? A lot of the times anxiety makes us feel like it's just normal. It's just the way we live our lives. Doesn't everybody live with this level of sensitivity and anxiety? The truth is, no, they don't, right? So again, anxiety in the system is playing tricks on us. So you're pushing your mind too far. As much as you may believe that worry and overthinking are means to an end to get you an answer to something, the truth is they're just keeping you in a state of anxiety, keeping you in a state of familiarity. You must understand this because you're pushing your mind too far. Often when an anxiety sufferer stops thinking, they start to go, I'm not thinking about anything. I'm scared now, right? That used to be me. I don't have any thoughts. But now, post-anxiety disorder, I'm going, the truth behind really living is not having those thoughts. It's not having any thoughts, right? I live by my intuition. And when it's time to think, I think, but I don't overthink. There's a big difference there. Also, you may be pushing your body far beyond its capabilities, meaning the emotional intensity that you experience on a daily basis is too much for the system to handle. Maybe you're working out every single day. Maybe you're working out for 3, 4, 5, 6 hours a day going, this is helping my anxiety. No, it's not, right? It's making things worse. And you have to realize that it's time to give back to the fatigue, to give back to the body, to give back to the mind, and start gearing down, my friends. A very important point in these anxiety symptom flare-ups, right? The next point is that hypersensitivity makes you much more vulnerable to food, right? And what's interesting here is when you go about your day, it's not about making sure what the right diet is. It's about carrying around, and I highly recommend this, right? Carrying around a food mood journal. Because often we can go about the morning not eating anything and feel pretty good, or we eat something in the morning and we raise our blood sugar levels, and that's good, depending on the person. And then we hit lunch and we have a sandwich, right? And in the sandwich, there's some kind of cheese that reacts not very well with the system. And we start to feel these anxiety symptom flare-ups. And we're going, I just went for lunch and I'm back to work where I was in the morning. Why do I feel this? So you want to carry around a food mood journal and pay attention to what you're eating and how your body reacts to what it is you're eating. Because yes, these adrenaline pumps can occur. The stress hormones can show up in the most strangest times. So when you carry around the food mood journal, write down what you ate that made you feel a heightened level of anxiety and these symptoms, right? Write it down, write it down. And you can also write down when you start to feel good. Like today I had a great day. What did I eat in the morning? What did I eat in the afternoon and evening, right? What snacks did I have? Did I have processed food? Did I have potato chips, chocolate? How did I react to those things? This is one of the most important points, so I need you to take it very seriously along your healing journey towards not only healing the symptoms, but the whole anxiety identity for good, my friends, okay? Next point, very important point, because you've given in to the irrational thoughts that have found an opportunity through the flare-ups. It's so much easier to believe in catastrophe when you are in such a hyper-vigilant and hypersensitive state. You must understand this. So when you get a thought, you have to go, no, this is a reflection of the anxiety. This isn't a real thought. This isn't an idea that I've made up. This is an idea coming from my nervous system that's highly sensitized and an anxiety identity that I've lived under for so many years. So yes, your irrational thoughts in that very moment, they're going, oh, we have an opportunity right now, and we have to make sure that these ideas cross into the conscious mind, no longer become unconscious. They cross into the conscious mind so that this individual can be aware of these scary thoughts and not do the very thing he or she wants to do, right? So yes, these irrational thoughts pick up on these opportunities. When you become more sensitive and experience these anxiety symptom flare-ups, you have to be aware of that, okay? Now here's the key. Here's the more than anxiety moment that we've been waiting for in this video. Here it is. I need you to respect the fact that you need an adjustment period for all environments that are outside your comfort zones. A more than anxiety moment, if I may say so myself, right? So this is an adjustment period. You cannot feel like you are a bulldozer that's bulldozing its way through discomfort all day long. No. It's not about that. It's about going, hey, I respect the fact that my nervous system is highly sensitive. I'm going through adrenal fatigue. I'm going through a progress here that involves no longer feeling like I am anxiety, but feeling like I'm going through a chapter of anxiety. Big difference there. And I have to be gentle and compassionate to myself in environments when I feel uncomfortable, when my body feels uncomfortable, when these symptoms start to flare up again, right? So you're going through an adjustment period right now, an adjustment period that you must respect, right? Respect, not run from, and not bulldoze over. Interestingly, when we start to communicate with the lower self in a way where we go, I hear you through these symptoms, I understand what you're telling me, and I'm going to show you that this environment is safe. If you can move forward with that kind of approach, then the decision maker is mastering the lower self. The lower self and all its anxiety is no longer mastering the decision maker. This is possible for you, my friends. I love you so very much. Remember that you are more than anxiety. If you want to learn more about any of my anxiety recovery programs, head over here and start your healing journey with me by your side. I'll see you in the next video.